Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and I'm going to be making a patchwork card today, and I'm using the Simple Fruits stamp set from Altenew, and this is part of the Crafty Friends blog hop, so heaps of prizes and lots of giveaways and lots of discounts and stuff. I've got all that linked at my blog, so head through the description below and you can find the links to all of that, as well as hop along to the other participants in the hop. I decided to make a patchwork card because this is a Crafty Friends blog hop, and I have a lady that I've worked with for many years who's just retired, and she's a patchworking hero of mine and a crafty. She's one of those people that can pick up any craft and just make it work and create the most beautiful things. So she's particularly fond of patchwork, so I thought it'd be really nice to make her a retirement card in a patchwork style. And I thought it'd be fun to sort of make it a little bit more modern. So what I've done here is cut 6 squares, and these are 4 centimeters, and I've chosen some nice bright colors from the Altenew range, and I will have all those colors linked at my blog as well, and just making them look like little pieces of patchwork fabric. So I'm making sure that I'm stamping off to the side and stamping. They're quite large images, these ones, so I only really managed to get 2 stamps of each image. I initially was thinking, like, I used the greens and the oranges, and I was tossing up whether to go for the reds or the purples, but I think if you look at the colour wheel, the purple sort of goes with those colours a little bit better, so that's why I used a couple of the newer purples, the hydrangea and the ultraviolet, and I think they looked really pretty. So I thought I'd make this a nice bold quilt. So I have a jet black cardstock background that I'm attaching to the front of my top fold card, and then the sentiment today comes from the Crafty Life stamp set, and I've just stamped that in black ink on a piece of white cardstock, and I did rip the end of that just to make it a little bit more rusticy, earthy. It's a little bit different card design for me today. I stamped out this cute little pair of scissors from the Beautiful You stamp set, and this is fussy cutting in real time. When you're fussy cutting, it's important to cut the pieces that are going to be like the really sort of the intricate part of the image first. So it would be really difficult to come back in and try and cut between the scissor ends after I'd cut around the whole thing, because I'd have nothing to hold on to. So if you've got an intricate portion of the image, cut that piece out first, and of course rotate your paper rather than your scissors. And I sort of tend to look ahead of where I'm going to cut, and I find that keeps me on track. Mostly. Sometimes I get a bit close. That's where the dies are nice. But I don't have the matching dies for this set. I am adding some stitch lines. I rarely do this on cards, but I just thought it went really well with the patchwork theme. I did think about not doing it. I just think it does make it more earthy, more patchworky. But while I was actually drawing on this pear image, I had an epiphany, as you do, and I thought maybe I could, because I was thinking about doing like a swirl of cotton, but I thought it'd be even more fun to actually make it look like this is a patchwork in progress. So what I decided to do was get a piece of, and this isn't cotton, because I couldn't find my cotton. I think I've used it here before and I've got it somewhere safe, so I couldn't find my black cotton. So what I've got here is a piece of, this is a DMC embroidery thread, and it's just one piece of the strand that comes with 5 strands, and I've actually removed one piece, and I'm just sewing that through, so it's got 2 loose ends on this piece of, and I'm saying this in inverted commas because you can't see me doing it with my fingers, piece of fabric. And then I just thought this just added a little something extra and made this a little bit more personal. I didn't actually add any stitching lines to the kiwi fruit panel because I thought, well, that one hasn't been done yet. I did pop up all these little panels on the front of my card. I've used, it's only 1mm thick, so it's a really thin foam. They're really thin foam dots, so they don't actually sit up very much at all, but just enough to give it a little bit of dimension. and then I added my sentiment with a couple of layers of those foam dots, so that actually sits a little bit higher. And then all that's left to do is add my scissors. I initially coloured these in sort of a orange, didn't like that. Came back with the grey, didn't like that. And in the end I've actually coloured it with the black artist marker, and that's a good thing about the alcohol markers, is you can kind of change it up if you want. You can colour over top. And I made sure that the pair of scissors was cutting that piece of thread. And that's my finished card for today. Don't forget to head to my blog and see what else is happening on the hop and how you can win. If you like this video, please like it. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Till then, happy paper crafting. Bye.